Welcome, folks, to downtown Atlanta and Mercedes-Benz Stadium, site of this year's Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl and, of course, part of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest for the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the number 2 seed.
I need Chaston to win this game, especially since I got the tiebreaker with fucking Forrest, and I still gotta play Chaston.
Here we go, a college football playoff. Game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive.
Pushing their offense out, making it tough, switching hands to passing lane, and getting easy shots. This is what they talked about before the game. What they wanted to do, they wanted to get up and play faster. So even here, you're looking at
Kickoff team out there. We're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game.
Getting into the passing lanes again. I think for me, that's just what Indiana did. They opened up. Milwaukee was ready to make that opportunity. And I think, all in all, this is going to be a very good game. But
And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback.
They just could not sustain it for 24 minutes. And they're going to have to do that.
Let's shut it down to the offense. First down. Looking for a gap. It's Young. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Sometimes that primetime game, the whole nation is watching, brings out some extra energy, some nerves. Maybe the quarterback is feeling that a little bit. I did not expect him to throw a pick, especially on the opening drive.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Handoff here from the shotgun. Finding space at the 20. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a first and goal. Well, he finally goes out of bounds down inside the 10, but that play sets up this offense in good scoring position.
It sure does. What a great play of creating momentum for this offense. Now,
and he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then in a pick. The pass rush closing in. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up second down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing.
Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
This is good pressure by the defense, but it just felt like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a little bit too long, which allowed the defense to get home.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, the defense could be
Yeah, you got an MCL. I mean, that's a major injury. You tore his MCL.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And the defense adds 6 with the interception return. They're setting out to try the PAT. Kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. Talk to your dermatologist about Rizvo.
Kickoff teams on the field to boot this one away.
There's a reason they don't call it late bikes, am I right?
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
Well, this defense has been incredible all year long, and they continue to be that way in the postseason. Just getting after this offense, whether it's putting pressure on the quarterback, great coverage downfield. Right now, they are dominating this game.
So ball at the 30. This is a manageable third down play for the offense. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, the defense picks the right time to get after this quarterback. Third down, critical down and distance. Do a good job of dialing things up and good coverage downfield. He didn't have anywhere to go with the ball.
The returner is brought down. There is a flag on the field, so we'll check out this call. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Offense gets a second chance after the roughing the punter penalty. Linebackers trying to confuse this offense now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Williams. And the ball to the ground. It's a turnover.
You know, as wide receivers, we get enamored with their size and their speed and their versatility and their ability to make plays after the catch. But none of those things are more important than taking care of the ball. He makes the catch, but he doesn't secure the football, and it's a fumble.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. They'll run it here. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Looking for a deep completion. And he's got it down there inside the 35. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Hit. Made the defense look slow that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. Now it's second down here. drops back. Makes a quick catch. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do running the football. It's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Back behind the quarterback, aligned in a pistol. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. Finally brought down, but this is a big play. Moves the ball down to the 21. Notre Dame getting set for the 1st and 10 now.
What a great throw here and an even better catch by this Notre Dame wide receiver. But Chris, let's be honest. If Notre Dame's going to become this top 5 team, this consistent brand, this is where they've got to make their biggest strides. The ability to make plays downfield and have the speed to be able to play with the big boys in college football.
They're going to run it. Got space, looking to score. And they'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. A much-needed score for trying to just hang in this game right now.
Man, I love that they're not giving up. They are continuing to fight to try to get themselves back into this game.
Point after is good. They're down 14 now, 21-7. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. And the hands team able to recover the football.
Chris, I just don't understand the logic here to go for this onside kick so early in the game, but I guess you can appreciate the boldness.
And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Takes the handoff and tests the left side. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. They'll spot the ball now at the 35. Offense cranking up the tempo now. No huddle. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
And a nice RPO here by the offensive coordinator and a big gain by the back. But let's give credit to the quarterback. He saw that this defense was sitting back, worried about the pass, so instead of throwing it, he hands it off for some nice positive yards.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the offense. Dropping back. It's Holstein. Receiver makes the catch.
Really good defenses put an emphasis on winning the early downs. That means holding your own on 1st and 2nd down, so you force the offense to consistently have to try on 3rd and long. That's exactly what's happened here in this series.
Now it's 3rd and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Using his legs on the scramble. Could not get there on the scramble, short of the marker, and now a 4th down decision coming up.
I just love the fact he doesn't take a sack here. In fact, I'm sure he can imagine hearing his coach saying it's 3rd down, do not take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He didn't quite get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yards. Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. First down. They're going to throw the football. Looks like he's going to run it. They get him down, but that's a good run, enough to move the sticks and keep this drive going. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line. The game makes it second and medium. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll take a deep shot. He's got it out of the 25. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Running out of time in the pocket. Down he goes, a sack.
Well, that's their second sack already in this game right now. And this offensive coordinator, he's going to have to come up with some changes in pass pro. Keep a tight end in, roll the quarterback out, anything they can do to help him out. Otherwise, this poor guy's going to spend his entire playoff experience on his back.
And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
That's what I love about this running back is he's so dangerous after the catch. You know, you look at him and you think about the ability to run between tackles or even bounce it outside, and that's great. But what makes him really one of the more dangerous backs in the country is this right here. Catch the ball in the backfield, make people miss, and take it into the end zone.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. They'd love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. And there's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that previous play. Looking to throw. It's Holstein. Caught over the middle. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain. Get close to the midfield.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Ball handed off. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here, keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Second down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Second down, we're going to throw it. Trying to extend the play. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Boy, this guy can do it all. We know what he can do with his arm, but when things aren't there, does a good job of pulling it down, knowing where the first down marker is, picking up the first down.
From the shotgun, handoff inside.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. If I'm calling plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll switch it up here, looking to throw. Taking a shot here. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Finally brought down, but it's an explosive gain. Ball all the way to the 21.
You know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
Pitt getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
And the Panthers line up with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal. And as a head coach on the offensive side, when you put together this kind of drive, you're this close, inside the 3-yard line, you got to come away here with a
Touchdown, Panthers. This offense really clicking. So the offense clicking now, Kirk, building the lead, and this one could get out of hand.
Well, it's just a complete domination. The offense is executing and doing their job, putting points on the board. The defense is shown up, prepared, ready to play. It just feels like this game's getting sideways in a hurry.
Extra point makes it a 17-point game. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Looks left and finds his target there. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a 1st down.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this 1st down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football, and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
The offense really clicking against this embattled defense. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Bringing pressure. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape, he's locked in on his fundamentals.
Tomorrow night.
He's a big-time player making big-time plays.
Back's got it. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Looking right, this one caught. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, you kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Crucial 3rd down play coming up. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. And the gain just good enough.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
To throw, it's Holstein. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. This offense cannot be stopped. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch or their vertical or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Backed up this close to their end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football and look toward the second half. And he's got it. They bring him down, but a big chunky yardage on the play. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. He's got it near the end zone. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal. Defense takes their third and final timeout of the half to talk strategy. Now a chance to cut into this lead before halftime. It's first and goal. Quarterback still with the football. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 8. And off inside, looking for the touchdown. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
He's hit just before the throw. Intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
That run moves the ball to the 13-yard line. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And they make the recovery in the onside kick. The offense keeps it for another possession. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They've got to get things going here. Turnovers on back-to-back possessions. On first down, it's play action. The pocket breaking down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Incompletion sets up a second down. And it's complete downfield. Breaks free down the left side. End zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Irish. Empty backfield now as they go for two. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. And it's picked off in the end zone. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has recovered. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Pittsburgh offense is back out on the field. It's a run to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Back to throw. It's Holstein. He breaks free. It's a short completion to the big tight end. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Another big play by this offense, and it continues to be the pass game. Between the offensive line, the receivers running good routes, and this quarterback making really accurate throws, they are dynamic and a tough offense to stop.
Finding some room with the 25. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
Another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
Pitt getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain. It's 3rd down for the offense. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The kick is good. He knocked it right down the middle. And they add to their lead. So after adding to this big lead, they are set to kick it away. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Corners back up now, playing a couple yards off the ball. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Inside the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. No chance to catch him. Here's the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Now before the kickoff, a timeout has been taken by the receiving team. Now they get set to kick it away. They'll call for the fair catch here. And the Panthers offense is back out on the field. Settled for a field goal last time out. Can they open things up on this possession? And here's the handoff. Moves the ball up to the 30.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving this running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And here comes a deep shot. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine. A playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Point after, knocked right through. The kickoff team on the field now is set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. Like the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route.
Oh, they've got him for a sack. A big play made by the junior.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Grab down the middle. It's Young. He's swarmed by the defense. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Going to pick up the third and short through the air. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. It's a short completion of the tight end. And tackled there by the defense. And the big numbers just continue to pile up for this quarterback. That's more than 400 passing yards in the game now, Kirk.
Chris, this defense has tried everything to slow him down, and nothing has worked. Whether they play zone or man, they blitz to try to put pressure. Anything to get him out of his rhythm has not been able to work because of the way this guy's been able to read coverage and get the ball out of his hands quickly, and the results have been a monster day.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Back in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Runs through the defender. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. The sure hands. It's Williams. The defense grabs him after the completion. He's just short of a first down. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play. Touchdown or field goal. The quarterback keeps the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
He's got it right near the end zone. And he scores. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Here comes the point after attempt. And it's up and good. Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And they recover the onside kick. Looks like they've been practicing that one. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Second down after that run on the previous play. He'll hand it off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Quarterback making some changes at the line. Scanning the field. It's Holstein. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle. And now the defense decides to spend a timeout to regroup a bit. Offense will set up on 1st and 10. Handoff on a single back formation. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Caught quickly. Solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Chris, it's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just about to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. So here we go. 3rd down in the red zone. The kind of play that decides football games. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. On the run, he'll let it go. And he scores. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So the offense flexing, Kirk, and stretching the lead here now in the second half.
Well, you can catch your breath here a little bit if you're this offense. That touchdown can help you out. But now your own defense can help you preserve the lead so you can go back out and continue to build upon that to the finish.
Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. First down, looking to throw the ball. Going for a big play downfield. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots, get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. A big hit by the linebacker. Physical tackle there, big versus big. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now fourth down.
Oh, the quarterback and receiver just not quite on the same page. But the good news is it's fourth down and short. And trailing in this game, you've got to convert here to keep your hopes alive.
The offense stays on the field, down multiple possessions. Easy choice. Finds this receiver. That's enough for the first down. That gain is good enough for a first down. All spotted at the 42. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be.
And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. Finally able to take him down, but that's a great...
Nigga conceded in the playoffs is crazy. This nigga Kevin, 3 games in a row, I made this nigga turn the game off. Conceded in the playoffs, bro. In Dynasty. Nigga conceded, bro.